You get your little placemat, and I would say just put, this is how I did it for my craft night, and it worked out really well. I put the little tail off to the side. I put all their little pieces, just stacked them up on the mat. I gave them each a paintbrush, put it on their mat. I gave them each their painting sponge, put it on their mat. I put their little sander on their mat. And then what I did was in the center of the table, I just put all, and then I gave them each a paper plate right by their mat, like that, okay? And then I just put all the paints across the center of the table and the glue, and then they could squirt it onto their plates. And I put the bundle of string in the center of the table, and I put the little bells in a little plate on the center of the table too, because you don't want to stick their little bells here because they might roll around. You don't want them to have their bells, and especially if you have little ones, until they're ready for their bells so they don't get lost, okay? All right, so you're getting the tips and tricks while we're here too, okay? Crystal says, so now I'm sitting in a parking lot so I can watch you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes we just need a break from the day. You know, sometimes...
Well, she's out shopping.
Sometimes we need a break from shopping. Sometimes we need to recover and refresh so we can do more shopping, right? All right, so I'm going to do 2 of these, so I'm going to go ahead and grab 2. Now, if you have a larger box and you have less people, like we did 2 per person for our craft night. I gave everybody 2, and they had a super, super fun time making 2 different ones. They all made like little couples, little couple crafts.
Someone asked how much they were.
All right, Tim can tell you the breakdown of the pricing while I get my paints ready, okay? How's that sound?
Okay, the 4-person box is $54, and that breaks down to $13.50 a person. The 8-person box is $64, which breaks down to $8 a person. And the 12-person box is $74, which breaks down to $6.16 a person.
So as you can see, the bigger the box, the more value you get out of the box. You can purchase it and host the craft night and cover the cost for everybody. Or you could say, hey, everybody chip in towards this craft, and everybody bring a snack, and let's do just a joint craft night together, and you know, pitch in for it together.
Yes, Charmaine, there is a QR code in the box that will reference back.
Yep, this QR code will bring you back. It'll bring you back to the page where you purchase these, and then you scroll all the way down. That way you can see all the videos. All of the videos for Craft Night in the Box are at the bottom of the page where you signed up. So you can go back and you can watch those anytime you want. It's always on the top of our website, so you can go to that page anytime through the website or the QR code and just scroll to the bottom. You choose the video that you want to see. That way, you know, you might have the fall box that you didn't get around to, but then you're like, oh, where is that? But then you find this, then you can scan that, and even though this is the Christmas insert, which we're going to start putting these in all the boxes, you'll still be able to get to that fall one with this same QR code, okay? Because we know how things get misplaced, we know how things get lost, we know how it is, okay? Because we're the same way.
And Crystal says, I pay $82 total for the 12-person, worth every penny.
Every penny, and that includes her shipping. That covers her shipping there too. If you are shipping them to different people and you want them to go to different addresses, place a separate order so that you can they can be shipped separately, okay? Because the shipping is for it to go to one place. So, but if you want to order multiple boxes and they're all coming to your house, you can put them in the same order and they will ship together. All right, so I'm painting one with the lighter brown, which is Bambi brown, which is that not the most perfect?
It makes sense.
Is that not the most perfect?
It makes sense. Sharon says, you keep coming up with such great ideas for these Craft Night in the Box.
I'm going to do no, I'm not going to do the nose for that color. And then this one I'm going to do with the darker brown, which is the burnt umber. All I have to do his little legs too. Hold on, let me do his little legs too. Do his little legs. Little legs. All right. Make sure he's got a good coat on there.
That's funny, Crystal.
I'm going to do his little tuft of hair, the darker one, with the light brown too. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Crystal says, I'm sitting behind the liquor store thinking I really need some rum chata for my eggnog.
Mmm. Yum. Yum.
I
think that's all.
Carrie, yes. She says, I want to order 20. How do I add a 12-person box and an 8-person box? Do they need to be 2 separate orders?
If they're going to the same address, they do not have to be 2 separate orders. You add the 12-person to your cart. It's going to take you right to your cart. Just hit the back button and then click on the 8-person. You know, hit the back button until you get back to where you can choose the size. Click on the 8-person, add it to your cart, and then you'll see that they're both in your cart, and you'll see that you're only being charged 1 shipping because you're putting them in the same order together and they're going to the same address, okay? Okay. Burnt umber. So you guys, did you see what I just did there? I just cut the tip off of this.
Just the tip.
Family friendly, appropriate. We're not in the VIP group. We're going to behave ourselves.
Oh, I am. You just cut the tip off.
Okay. 5th graders are going wild right now.
I know, right?
I just cut the end off, so now I have a fresh, clean rest of my sponge that I can use for a new color, okay? It's a great way to make these sponges go a little bit further for you, okay? So I'm going to do this guy. I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to do a couple different things on this one, okay? I have a fun little, I did something on the one I did at home the other night, and I'm going to do that on this one, which is super, super fun, and I think you guys are going to love it, and I'm so bummed I didn't do it for the pictures to show you guys, but it's adorable. It's a little fun little addition.
I am behaving, guys.
Right, behave yourself, Tim. Tell Tim to behave himself.
They are. They're saying,
Behave
Tim, save it for
yourself.
Thursday for the bonus craft night.
Yes, VIP bonus craft night is Thursday. So excited. All right, we're going to do his little legs. We don't have to do this whole part because this part is going to be covered by this part, okay? So it'll all be hidden. If you want to do the whole thing, you can, you know, or even like the edges, so in case it gets a little, you know, in case you don't line it up just
We
perfect.
can't see that. Oh,
What can't you see?
I don't know. Well, you can barely see the right side.
It's the lighting. It's the lighting. It's just the lighting because it's hard to get the lighting just right on camera with the lights, and it depends on your device, how bright your device is. Some of your devices are brighter than others. You know, all the things play factors in the lighting. So
Thank you,
but
Crystal.
the most important part of this, like the painting ideas are fun, but you're gonna have the photos for inspiration too, and but it's how to put them together. That's the most important part of this tutorial, is how to assemble them, okay? All right, I'm going to do his little tail brown, darker brown. Now, you don't have to paint the backs of these, but you can paint the backs of these because we have a little tail that goes on the back. And it's just fun to have it double-sided. And with what I'm going to be doing, I want the back painted, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and paint the backs. I probably should have painted them before I cut my little sponge, but that's okay. That's okay. No big deal. Because I can take this other little piece of sponge here. Get the brown off that I dropped it in.
Okay.
Okay.
Moved.
So I can still use this little sponge that I cut to paint this very easily. Paint. So who is getting a craft night in a box? Tell us in the comments if you're getting a craft night in the box. Let us know. I know lots of you guys are. We have lots of people who've been members for a long time, and we have lots of new members getting it for the first time as well. So we're excited to welcome you to the Christy's Craft Room family. Those of you that are new here and just found us through this. All right. done. That is done. I'm going to do a little bit more of a second coat on this one. On the
Oh yeah,
back.
there's quite a few of them that are saying.
Alright.
Me, 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 me.
Lots of you guys getting them.
Bulkies.
Robin, Kim. You want to read some of the names of the people that are getting them?
Oh,
Oh, you just say their first name.
Bobby and
They're coming
Robin
fast.
and Sherry and Deanna. Deanna's getting one. Leslie.
Our Deanna, different
Len.
Deanna.
What question? Lynn, I didn't see a question.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this
Terry
one.
says she's been getting them since we started. What is the dark color? That would be burnt umber.
Yep, burnt umber.
There.
It's a dark brown.
Burnt umber.
Dark brown. And it's just to show different ways of doing them, so they're not all
Carol
just
and
the
Kim.
same. All right, I'm gonna do their noses with
Teresa.
black. You could do red for Rudolph. I did put red in there, and I will show you. I have some Rudolphs that I did, but I don't want to have a ton of Rudolphs.
And Carolyn.
So these ones won't be Rudolph. I did the noses.
Callie's been a long time member. Sissy. Send us an email. Christy's team, christyscraftroom.com. Says this box was supposed to be 6, upgraded to 6. We don't have a 6. We have an 8.
But you can send me an email, and I can look it up for you. So just shoot me an email. Email. All right. So I'm going to do, on the dark one, I'm going to do the antlers, the light brown, which is the Bambi brown. And then on the light one, which is the Bambi brown, I'm going to do the antlers, the dark brown, just so they're opposite, okay? Lynn, been here since you started. Yes, girl, you have. Sherry says, the paint I get from you is so much better than what I buy at the craft store. You guys, I love this paint. I love this paint. I know that you used to be able to get it at a lot of the different craft stores. A lot of them don't carry it anymore, or they have closed. But it is still manufactured, and we get it directly from the manufacturer. So we do still get it and have it available, and I love this paint. I love the coverage. I love the quality. I love the thickness of it. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. It's just right. Just right. So I'm just using my sponge again for the antlers. I will use my brush to do the feet.
And Sharon says, you send more than enough paint for us.
More than enough. You are going to have extra paint.
Donna says, member from the beginning.
You are going to have extra paint for sure. I'm going to add a little bit of other coat.
Dawn, depending on your phone, you should be able to get rid of the comments.
Yeah.
I know, like on mine, there's a. Let me pull it up here.
Stay on Facebook or YouTube?
Facebook.
Facebook, there's usually a little arrow at the bottom left corner, at least on mine, and you click that arrow, it'll make the comments go away.
Yes. That's
But
what I was trying to
If
explain.
you have it, I have an iPhone, you might have an Android, you might have a Google phone, you might have I don't know, all the different ones. So yours may be different, but that's how it is on my iPhone.
Tim, is there a chance you could make some extras so we could have 8 plus Rudolph? Apologize for asking. You don't have to apologize for asking.
What I'm going to tell you is you can't get just a single extra. Sorry. But I will say we have something special coming for Craft Night in a Box members for our Black Friday specials. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. I may have mentioned it in one live kind of casually. It might have been the VIP group where I mentioned it. I don't remember. But make sure during our Better Than Black Friday, which is like before Black Friday, make sure you are paying attention, okay? Because we do have something special just for Craft Night in a Box members that week. So we have some special stuff. We have special stuff for the VIP group, special stuff for the Craft Night in a Box members, and we'll have other stuff just here on the main page too that week. All right. I gotta do with those little antlers?
Sharon says she has 2 kits, so 10 paint. And she says, I have some colors coming out of my ears.
Yes, yes. But you'll use it. That's the thing with paint. You're going to use it over time.
Yeah, you'll use
time,
it eventually.
it'll get used for other crafts and other projects, and you won't have to buy it because you'll already have it. Some colors we do use more often than others, but usually they're the common colors like black. We've used black a lot, but like, I mean, come on, we use black paint on all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we'll be able to use that up over time. Now you can see I went over the ear just a little bit. That's all right. Just go back. It's just paint and touch it up.
It's only paint.
Touch it up. All right, I think I'm good on that. I think I'm good on that. And we just got to paint the front side of these little antlers. Then we got to do the eyes. Okay, don't let me forget to do the eyes before we...
Sharon says hints, more hints.
No more hints. That's all you're getting for today, girl. Nice try. Nice try. That's all you're getting for today.
All right, set it on Mom's desk, please.
So we had craft night with my family this weekend, guys, and it was so stinking fun.
It was a blast.
It's just so good to catch up. Like my friend Melissa, you guys that saw it, we are childhood friends. We've been friends since 4th grade, and we've had times in our lives where we saw each other 4 or 5 days a week regularly, and then times where we didn't see each other for 6 months. She lived in Arizona for a lot of years, and now she lives 2 hours away up in Midland, and she drove all the way down to have craft night with us. And if I didn't have this craft night, there would have been no excuse for her to come down. And I know there shouldn't be an excuse. You shouldn't have to have excuses to get together, but you guys were busy. In today's world, we need to make excuses. We need to be intentional about planning time to get together. And by having this craft night, it was an excuse to get together. And they all came. It gave us a fun activity to do. So we're not just standing there looking at each other going, well, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
We're all like doing something with our hands. It's just a break away from those who have little kids and those who have busy, stressful jobs and all the things. And it was a ton of fun. All right. I'm going to paint Right, Crystal? Crystal, you are right. She says no more hints because then Tim will have to kick her under the table. Yeah, the difference between me and Tim is if I kick Tim under the table, he'll tell you.
Exactly.
If he kicks me under the table, I just stay quiet.
Yeah.
I might get awkwardly quiet for a minute. It might be like, it might just get awkward in here for a moment. You might be like, why is she so quiet all of a sudden? There'll be signs. There'll be signs.
There'll be signs.
There'll be signs. There's always signs, right? Okay, so I'm going to just use my brush that comes in the box. And I'm just gonna, you can see the little etch line. I know it's hard for you guys to see on camera, but in real life you can see it. And I'm just going to fill in and paint the little hooves.
If it behooves you.
It behooves me to paint the hooves.
It behooves you to paint them black.
I'm just gonna paint them like so. Now remember, I know we're like chatting here and we're talking and all the things. The intention for this tutorial is for those of you that are getting the box and hosting the craft night to come back before your craft night, just get a quick little refresher, just kind of peek at the video and just refresh yourself. You don't need to watch the whole thing start to finish. Just kind of skim through it, especially when I get to the part where I start gluing it together, and then you can just share that with your friends and family of like, okay, this is what we do. Like, I literally did not need to give my family and friends really any instructions. They literally, this was amazing. They were passing this around. They're like, oh wait, can I look at that? Can I see that for a minute? And they were looking at it and they literally could look at it and see how it goes together. So I think this is going to be like super valuable for you guys. I think that's going to be like a big hit. And I don't know why I didn't think to do it. You just don't think of all the things. And I had several people ask for photos. And then I had one of my business coaches, Sarah, she opened my box on a live in our group. And she's like, the only thing She loved the box. She loved the presentation. She loved how everything looked when she opened it. She's
Yes,
like,
Colleen.
she's like, the only thing is I would love to see a photo of what it looks like when it's all put together. When it's all finished. What is it going to look like? So I was like, okay, you guys, several of you emailed me asking for photos. Sarah's saying I need photos. Let me see what I can put together. So we made that little insert to go in the box for you guys. So
And when she says we, she means she has a mouse in her pocket?
yes, me and my little squirrels. Me and my little squirrels in my head. Or the mice in my pocket.
Sherry says, you are always doing things to help us do the best crafts.
I try,
Well, it's important.
guys. I want you guys to have success with the crafts that you get from us. I don't want to just sell you something to sell you something. I want you to get the craft, complete the craft, enjoy the craft with all the things of the process of making it, and then also looking at it and being proud of it at the end. So anything we can do to try to make the crafting process as smooth as possible, we try. Now, I don't always get it. I'm not always perfect, but we do our best. Am I in the screen?
No.
Oh, okay. I had a feeling I might not be. Am I now?
Yes.
Okay. Just using my
So
brush.
get ready, guys. I'm going to grab some names here in a minute.
A big question people ask is, do I need to paint the sides? I never paint the sides of my cutouts. I actually like the darkness of the sides. It gives more dimension to the craft than if I were to try to paint all the sides. And it's a pain to paint the sides. It really is. And it's not necessary because it really doesn't improve the craft. I actually think it improves it to not paint that and gives you the shadows of the dimension, for the dimension in the craft. So that's a big question.
Colleen, I think you asked if you could buy more boxes. And that the answer to that is yes.
Yes, you can get more boxes. Now remember, if you get more boxes, they're going to renew in the spring, just like your original box. If you just want them for Christmas, just let us know as early as possible that you're not going to renew those extra boxes. Don't wait until last minute. Please just let us know, because one, you're going to forget, and then it's going to renew, and you're going to go, oh shoot, I didn't cancel it. And two, we're already starting to work on the spring boxes. Tim's already, like, the design is already almost finalized, and Tim's going to start cutting the spring boxes within probably the next week. So it helps us to know our numbers of how many to prepare. So, and for those of you that, there's quite a few of you who your payments had errors. And because it's 3 months in between the renewals, a lot of people get new cards and they don't even realize it. And I know a lot of you guys don't check your emails. Just do a quick check. If you got the fall box, do a quick check and make sure your payment came out. If your payment didn't come out, send us an email, because that means you need to update your payment. Okay, we have a good chunk that, and it's probably just because they didn't realize yet. But they're going to realize when the box never shows up. And by that point, it's going to be too late, because by that point, your membership will be canceled and we'll have moved on. And you'll have to wait until the next box. So I don't want, because this happens every time. Somebody said, they don't realize, they didn't know that their payment didn't come out because they didn't get their emails, or they didn't open their emails because they don't need to check their email every day. But then we ship the boxes and they go, oh no, I didn't realize. So just make sure you check on that, okay?
The 8-person box is $64. Okay.
It's, yes.
Yes. I looked to
Yes.
double check. Okay, we have Sharon Jefferson, Wanda Stumpf, Tama Pienko, Robin Kisty, Gina Turner, Kim Rogers, and Kimberly Kelly.
Because I'm painting the back of this, there's not etching on the back, but you can see you're basically just painting the edges, the ends of the feet on here. So I should hold this one up to show you. So we're just going to flip it over, and we're just going to do like an imaginary line, just kind of look at it and go, okay. And just paint the ends, just so you still get that kind of hoof on there, okay?
You're welcome, Colleen.
Just basically paint the end. Super easy. If you don't care about the back, don't worry about it. don't have to worry about it. But you're gonna have the cute little tail on the back, so you might as well.
Might as well. Why
Might
not?
as well paint the little feet on there too and make it cute. And embrace the double-sided craft. Because it's not really
Vicky
all that
says
often that we get
she
double-sided.
ordered her first box this weekend.
Well, welcome, Vicky. Vicky, you said? Welcome, Vicky. These are so fun. And they're fun to do whether you have a small group or a big group.
Did you ask another question that I missed, Lynn?
Tim's
I mean, I've
ignoring
been trying
Lynn.
to ignore you, but
One thing I do
she
want
said
to mention.
she's going to look for a new bestie in the group.
Aw, I'll be your bestie, Lynn. I'll be your new bestie. Although I'll probably.
But it
miss
won't
your-
last long.
I'll
because-
probably miss your comments too because I'm crafting. At least I have an excuse. It's his job to read the comments. But there's a lot of them, and he's talking, and he's looking things up for people and things like that. He's going to get the link, so he doesn't, so he is multitasking over there for sure. There's more that goes into it than just looking at the comments. He's blocking people who are being naughty, things like that. One thing I do want to mention, if you ever do need to cancel, you're never locked into this long term. We do want you to let us know, and it is our cancellation policy that you let us know by the 15th of the month before your payment comes out. So the deadline to cancel this box was October 15th, and the only way to cancel is to email Chrissy's team at christyscraftroom.com. If you email any other email address, we're not going to get it, okay? So just make sure, because we can't cancel it if we don't receive it, all right?
Oh.
Sorry, I had one more thing.
Okay.
Shoot, I lost it. Email us. It's the only way
To cancel.
to cancel. It'll come to me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Veronica says, we're all besties.
We're all-
Made the buttons to prove it.
Got the button to prove it. Got
So,
the button to prove
yeah,
it.
take that, Lynn.
We're all besties. Okay, so I think I have everything painted. Oh, the eyes. We gotta do the little eyes. We gotta do the eyes. All right. I'm just gonna use my brush, and I'm literally just gonna paint over this whole area. The
Lynn?
whole etched eyes and eyebrows. He's got little eyebrows, guys.
We are not going to remember that between now and when we do the next fall.
That's what it was. Hold on, pause. That's what it was before I forget it. You have to email us commenting things on lives. We don't do anything customer service. We might answer a quick question that we know. But if it's like, I need to cancel, or did my payment come out, or I need to update my card, or how do I do this? If we don't answer you here, email us. Okay, because I've had people say, well, I've commented a dozen times on your lives, this or that, and I'm like, did I respond to you? If I didn't respond to you, I probably didn't see it. So just make sure you email us, okay? All customer service emails.
Email.
Okay. Now that I can get off that soapbox now.
I doubt it.
It's just important for people to know, because people just don't know. Okay. Angie says, I had to go check my email to make sure everything processed. See, she just took a quick check. She got the email saying, hey, your order processed. You're good to go. She knows she's good to go. So it's always good to double check, because you just never know with automated systems. Sometimes things just don't do what they're supposed to do. All right, so I have everything painted. I'm going to distress. No, I'm not going to distress yet. Okay, because I'm going to add a little something. No, I'm not. I'm going to distress. I'm going to add a fun little feature after I, a fun little feature after I glue them together. I'm just going to go around the edge. You can add little accents, you can add little outlines, you can add all kinds of little things. I didn't on my samples. I tried to keep it as simple as possible for you guys. I didn't want anyone to think like, wow, that's fancy painting. That's overwhelming. I can't do that. So I kept it super simple. I'm going to show you a couple little things today that you can do to add little special touches to yours. And it's completely optional. You don't have to do any of them, okay? Don't have to do any of them. But if you do want to do them, you'll have the ideas and the know-how to do them. Just like I'm distressing, you don't have to distress yours. I like my edges distressed. I like things to look a little vintage and older. So that's why I do
Did
it.
you put a white dot in the eye?
Not yet. I will add my little white dot. I want my black to dry just a little bit before I add my white dot. But we will add the little white dot to the eye before we glue it together. And says, Christy's great, in all caps, at responding to emails. You all just give her some time, like a few days, right? Yes, always give us some time, especially on the weekends. Don't email me 20 times on the weekend and be like, did you get my email? It's the weekend, and we do try. I do pop into emails to try to take care of urgent things on the weekends. But if it's just a simple question, like I don't get into all the emails on the weekends. So just be mindful of that. We are a small business. I am the one that's responding to your emails 90% of the time. If it's cancellations, Elena is actually processing our cancellations, and she works 3 days a week. So it might take a couple days, but you know, if you email us by the deadline, even if we respond to you after the deadline, you're good. You're within that deadline. As long as we receive your email by that deadline, you're good. Okay, so don't worry about that. But with that said, give it a couple days. If we don't respond to you, we respond to every. If you're changing your order, you're canceling your order, you know, your subscription, if you're canceling it, if you are missing something out of your box, things like that, we will respond to every email. If we don't respond within a few days, then maybe send us another email, and that's okay. Unless it's the weekend, give us till like Tuesday or Wednesday, you know, because if we get a lot over the weekend, and it take a minute to get caught up. So,
Kimberly, these haven't shipped yet.
no, these will not ship. This is a pre-order. We process the payments on the 1st of the month. We open for new members the 1st, and we keep it open until we sell out of the added boxes that we added. And these will ship. Ooh, you guys. Uh-oh. Whoa. Okay, we got a red tail. I just dropped it. I don't know why. I put red on my plate because I was going to do a Rudolph, but then I decided not to do a Rudolph. But y'all, it's just paint. Perfect example. It's just paint. We're going to get the bulk of it off of this poor little tail. Okay, we do not want him to look like a hunter got a hold of him, okay? Yeah. I just asked on here because maybe someone else was thinking the same thing. Yeah, you guys, we are totally okay with you asking questions here. 100%.
No, not her.
We're okay with you asking
her.
questions here.
She can't ask questions here.
Lynn can ask questions here.
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna let that dry just a little bit before I repaint it. Just if it's specific, a very specific customer service thing, that's what I mean.
Yes, Jennifer. When she asked, when you buy a box, does it come with a tracking number so we can kind of know when it's going to arrive?
Yep. So what's going to happen is you order today. We guarantee that we'll ship by the end of the month. We strive to ship sooner, guys. We typically ship around the 21st of the month, these boxes. I just don't want to guarantee that, especially with the Christmas boxes, because, you know, we usually have more of those. We open more spots for Christmas because we know more people, you know, want larger sizes and stuff. And, but they will ship by the end of the month. But what's going to happen is when we ship them, one, we're going to post here on Facebook and be like, it's shipping day, Craft Find the Box is shipping, yay. But then we're also going to...
Yeah, you'll know.
We also send an email
There'll
letting...
be signs.
We also send an email saying, hey, you know, within a day, either that day or the day after, typically saying, hey, your box is shipped.
No, Colleen.
But you're going to get, when we start shipping them, I'm all over the place, you guys. Let me back up. Okay. When I start creating labels, whatever email address you used when you signed up, you're going to get an email that says, hey, your order has been processed. Your label has been created. It takes us close to a week from printing the labels to having them picked up by UPS and USPS, okay? So you are going to get that email, and nothing's going to change with that email. It's going to say your label's been created, and then it could take up to a week for it to say your package has been picked up, okay? So just know that, but you can keep going back and watching that tracking to watch for it to come. So yes, you will get a tracking number for your kit. All right, I'm gonna do a Rudolph because everyone's like, we need a Rudolph. We need a Rudolph. So we're gonna make one of these a Rudolph.
Colleen, no. That won't. But send us an email, Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com, and ask that question, and we can get it worked out.
If you want to get 8 in the future, you have to email and let us know, and then we will make that change. It won't automatically change for the future. So this is a good question, okay? So I'm gonna address this because other people might ask. She already gets the 4-person box, and she's gonna order another 4-person box because she wants another one. Her payment's already processed. It's already been done. She just wants to add another box for Christmas, okay? Because she wants more, okay? If she doesn't want to keep that other box, she would let us know and we'd cancel that another box. But she has to let us know that. If she decides that she wants to continue to get all 8 of those and now get 8 all the time, she has to email us and say, hey, I ordered a second 4-pack, but in the future, can we get it switched to an 8-pack? I don't know to automatically combine those without going through every single subscription and looking and see what everybody has. And some people get to intentionally because they're going to different addresses for shipping. And without clicking on it and opening it, I don't know. So if she got another 4-pack and she wants to continue to get 8 in the future but not pay for 2 separate 4-packs, just send us an email and say, hey, I ordered another 4-pack, but in the spring, can I just get an 8-pack? And I can make that change. It's very difficult for us to go in and make changes after your payment's already processed, so that's why we say just go ahead and order another box because your payment already processed. Technically, all changes are supposed to be made by the 15th of the month before your payment comes out. So if you know you're going to want more for the holidays, try to let us know ahead of time so we can prepare that for you. Hopefully that all makes sense. I know it can seem confusing, but there's reasons why we do it that way on the back end. Miss Colleen Logan, she says, every time you say Colleen, I think you're talking to me, even though I didn't ask anything. Yep. More. It's like that. We got all the multiple names here. It's like the Sharons. They're always like, and it always seems like Sharon Jefferson and Sharon Dunlap comment like back to back with each other. Jennifer says Ken doesn't know it yet, but we're having a crafting date night. Awesome. Love that. Super fun.
Sharon says that's why you need a 16-pack.
That would be great. The problem is it's just another set of logistics.
No, we need a bigger box.
We need a bigger box for sure. We would need a bigger box, and yeah, we'd have to have a whole different size box. And that box would be way too big for the 4-packs. So logistically, it makes it complicated the more you add. But it's a great idea. In theory, it's a great idea.
Sharon, no.
No hints. No hints for the VIP craft kit for November.
Except for it's going to come in a buffalo check box.
You guys, VIP craft night. I'm not going to say anything. All right, I'm going to start gluing. No, I got to do the eyeball dots. The little eyeball dots. So I'm just going to take the white. I'm just going to do, there is a little etched dot there. And I'm just going
Patty says, at first I bought 2 4-person and 1 8-person, then changed it to 1 4 and 1 12-person. You made it so easy to make the changes. Your customer service is awesome.
Aw, thank you. I love to hear that. We try.
We try.
Really do try.
And now that I'm involved with it, well, we have to try harder.
No, Tim does a good job. Tim does a good job.
That is like spooky.
Well, it's not done yet. It's cute when it's done. It's cute when it's done. It's cute when it's done. Now we try hard. Can't always make everybody happy, but we do the best we can. Okay, now I got a little wonky and I went a little extra and I got a little bit too much white on this one. So I'm just going to take, it's just paint, guys. I'm going to come in with my black and just tighten up that little dot a little bit.
Rhea says, I started out getting the 4-pack when you started, then had to switch to the 12-pack because they're awesome.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, we're going to start gluing, okay? So, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back side here. A little bit goes a long way, guys. A little bit goes a long way. The key is, so this is our back piece. This is our front piece. So we're just going to line it up on here. Make sure our ears line up. Make sure our edges line up.
I know, right, Gina?
The biggest thing is you want to make sure everything on the bottom side here lines up so he'll stand, okay?
I do have some that are small enough. I do have some googly eyes that are small enough to fit there.
You could, the little itty bitty teeny ones. You could. I won't, but you.
Lynn,
could.
I didn't show them to her yet. Her signs from the live event, but they looked good.
Yeah, we're still sorting through some of the live event stuff.
Still kind of compiling all of the pictures.
Yes, all the things. Okay. And then the feet are going to go, again, just a little bit of glue. Now remember, you can put a little bit of glue on each person's plate, and they can use their brush too to add, or like a Q-tip. Give them a little Q-tip to add. And just make sure that everything lines up so that he'll stand up. And you're going to let your legs set just a little bit before you flip it over and put the tail on the back. Okay, just 3-4 minutes, and this glue gets tacky enough to where you can gently move it around. Now,
It almost gets as tacky as me.
Almost. If you have little kids, you might want to, it'd be a good time to say, okay, let's have a little snack break. Let's pause right here. Let's let this set. Make sure that these pieces are pretty good before they start handling them. You know, if it's just a bunch of adults, you know, they can manage just fine. Like, I can put this nose on without moving everything. Ah!
Holy cow, Crystal. She
Around
says,
too
I'm
much.
hoping for a big craft day with my family at the end of December. I'll have all 3 craft night boxes to choose from. The truck, the sunflower, and this one.
How fun. See, that's a good idea for those of you, because I have a few of you who have said, I never got a chance to do my trucks or my sunflowers. That is a really good idea, and you know you're going to get people together for Christmas time. Just pull them all out and let them choose which ones they want to do. That's a great idea. Or if you know your family only gets together over Christmas time, just get the boxes, put them in a safe place, and then at the end of the year, when they all get together, they can choose which ones. I love that. Love that. Okay. We're going to add the little tufts of hair on top.
Sorry, guys, that was my fault. I should have been paying attention.
Did I miss something? Can you put the link in the comments again for them, for people that are just popping in? For those that are just popping in, this is our craft night in the box. It's available now. You get everything you need to host an easy craft night. Easy peasy. You guys, these guys are adorable. Aren't they not so cute?
You need to stop moving the damn thing around.
What? Sorry?
Because you keep moving the placemat and you keep bringing it closer to
It's
you.
your job to chase me. It's your job
I
to
chased
chase
you
me.
until you caught me.
It's your job to chase me, okay? While I'm letting this set for a minute, I'm going to go ahead and make a little bow, because one of these I'm going to put a little bow on this one. I'll make this the little girl. I'll put a little bow on her little antler up here, and Rudolph will do like around his neck. But what I'm going to do, cut a little piece of string here. And tie it around the
So we
antler.
have those yet to do as well. We did the trucks when my son came in. And we had everyone crafting that day and one happy mama heart.
It is a very happy mama heart when you've got your kids all there, or even if you have grandkids. We're not there yet, but I can only imagine all gathered around crafting together. That was me when we were, it was just Trevor and Elena were there that night when we did our pumpkins, but it was just fun having them there at the table and doing it together and hearing people talking and sharing stories and laughing and all the things. All right, I'm going to put
Thank
a little
you,
bell
guys.
on here. Now the bells come with the kit, so each one will get a bell. A little
And
lick
just
and
says the
spit.
chase doesn't end. Gotta keep it spicy.
Right, right. Keep it spicy. Keep on
Spicy.
chasing. Keep on chasing. I'm trying to keep this where you guys can see it, but it's far away from me. There we go. So this one, I'm just going to tie the little bell on there, and I'm going to tie a little bow. So a little bell will be coming down from the bow. And I did a bunch of different ways, and I will show you at the end here some different ways to do your string and your bell. I'll show you all the different ones that I've done. I still have a little painting technique on one to do. When I flip it over, I will show you. And my little strings. Okay guys, I gotta pick it up because I need to see it.
As long as you keep it there.
I'm trying. I'm trying. There we go. I don't want the bow too big, but I don't want it too small either. Get it just right. Just right. Okay. Get the ends of my strings all. Alright, I got my little bow added. Maybe I'll just see it better if I hold it up this way. Okay. The little tails need to go on. Let me do his little bell. This one we're just going to do simple. We're just going to tie it around his neck and have it hanging in the front, and we'll put the tie in the back. Should add a little jingle bell. Yes, you get the little jingle bells come in the kit. So every kit will have a jingle bell. And they actually jingle.
They
Like they're
do.
really tiny. I don't know if you guys can hear it,
Not
but
that one.
I could hear
I
it.
could hear the other one.
They actually jingle, which is super amazing because they're
There.
so
As
stinking
long as
tiny.
you're not holding it. You can hear it.
Okay, so this, I'm just going to tie it in the back in a little knot. I need to not cut my ends off. Alright.
And this is so stinking cute.
I know, aren't they cute? So they are pretty well set. I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to glue the little tails on. The tails are just another, it's cute, but it also adds another layer of thickness so that they'll stand up. Tiny little dot of glue. Just remember, make sure you line everything up on the bottom. So that it will stand. And you can see it here, but you can't see it very well. And then I have one more finishing touch, or a couple of finishing touches that I'm going to add. So we're going to do this one. Let me make sure she stands up. Make sure my tail is in a good spot.
Teresa says, have to make a Hobby Lobby run to get stuff from a tiered tray, so it'll be ready when the box comes in.
Yes, yes. The picture of the tiered tray that I posted, everything was from Hobby Lobby, including the tiered tray.
How tall and wide are those?
These are,
Because Lynn wants to buy some other things to go.
they are
With them.
like just under 3 1/4, like between 3 1/2 and 3 1/4, and just over 2 1/2. They're sitting. These are probably the smallest Craft Night in a Box kits we've had. Typically they're around 4 or 5 inches tall, but because they're sitting, you know, they needed to be shorter because they're sitting. All right, so I'm gonna take my paintbrush that comes in the box, and I just dipped it in some white paint.
Oh, you're doing that
Anyways.
again?
I'm gonna do just a few little dots. Oop, oop. Little dots on the booty. Like so. Little booty dots. And I'm going to take the tip of the brush, my white one, I use for the white paint,
Huh.
and I'm going to add some extra little.
I'm betting you could, well, make a garland out of them.
You could attach something to the back to attach it to a garland. You totally could. You could attach the string and make a loop and make them ornaments. You could put a magnet on the back. Just make sure the magnet is thicker than the tail, or just don't put the tail on the back. And make a magnet for the fridge. There's so many possibilities. Just adding some extra little dots here and there. Filling it in a little bit.
What are the dots for?
It's like a little fawn. Like the little fawn has their little dots still, their little spots. Like a little baby deer. A little baby reindeer. There you go. We got the little booty dots. The little dots. I'll let that dry for a minute. And then you can come in and you can add some little accents if you want to with your white paint. If you want some little details. Like I said, in the photos, I wanted to keep it simple. I didn't want to get it too complicated. I didn't want people to think like, oh, I can't paint that. That looks really hard.
But you can.
But you can. It's literally just randomly picking spots around the edges and adding some lines, some longer, some shorter, here and there.
I was thinking that too, Gina, but got to trust the process.
You can do this. You can do this. I promise you, you can do this. So completely random, little spots here and there. You could go around the whole edges if you want to. I'm not going to, but it's like that little etching there. You can kind of follow along too for the ears.
I think it's called artistic licensing.
Yes. Yes. So I'm going to call that one good. So just, I'm trying to get it close so you guys can see. Just some little details here and there. We got our little polka dotted booty. I'm going to add one more dot there because it looks a little lopsided. It's not very proportionate with those dots. Little polka dots.
Gina said she wants you to sing a Christmas song.
Oh, you do? Gina wants me to? Are you sure? What is wrong? Gee, something happened to Gina. Gina must have bumped her head. Because I know Gina doesn't want to hear me sing a Christmas song. Girl, don't encourage me. Don't encourage me. But for you, Gina, I'd always sing for you. I always sing for you.
Or Tim might just be starting crap. Who knows?
Oh. Did she say at least she's not singing Christmas songs?
No.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No, she didn't say anything about singing.
We should sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. You guys, I don't know all the words. You gotta help me. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose.
And
If you ever saw it. No, you gotta be more like joyous.
You would even say
It glows like a light bulb.
All of
The other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
Rudolph.
Wait, I forgot the name. Wait, what name did they call him? His names.
Hold on here.
They used to call him. Y'all, I'm so bad with words for songs. Okay, I'm gonna add some little accents to this little guy too. See, you sing a very different Rudolph than I do. I'm like the little kid hyper version. And you're like the slow. I don't know what the words are. Slow, controlled.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm like slow and controlled, hyper and obnoxious. Do our singing styles fit our personalities or what? On key, off key. Yes. All right, a couple more little details.
Is that?
I don't want to go too crazy with this one, but we'll do a couple more.
There it is. This.
All right, you guys, we're almost done. You can come back and watch this video later. Remember, this was not like, you know, you can paint it any style you want. I want you guys to get your own creative juices going with this. But wanted to show you mainly, the biggest thing is how to put it together. And just remember, you can come back, you can fast forward, you can rewind it. You don't have to rewatch the whole tutorial from the beginning unless you want to, okay? And you don't have to play this for your people. The intention of this is not for you to play while you're crafting for your people, because they can be done a lot
Yes,
faster.
Cindy. She's like that one girl that is dancing on stage during the school program.
Totally off key.
No, the one that was.
Yeah, totally. Dancing off key is what I mean.
You can't dance off key.
Offbeat. Okay, offbeat. All right, let me show you a couple more that I did, guys. Let me show you real quick. This little guy. I just want to make sure you guys can see it okay. I don't know if the best way to show you. Let me do it that way. Can you take it off the overhead?
Sure.
And I'm going to hold something up just so it's not trying to focus on my face.
If you like, hold it in front of it, yeah.
Yeah. So, just a little bow tie around the neck with the bell. This one just tied around the neck. This one is tied around the neck off to the side with the little strings hanging, and it's like hanging. It's tied lower on the string, off on the side there. Here's one, a little bow just above the ear by the antler. This one is tied to the antler. Give it a second to focus. This one is just a little tie, kind of on the side. Let me fix it. A little tie on the side of the neck. Like so. And then these are the ones I did today. I'm going to hold them up carefully. Very carefully. Hold on. That's what I did today with little accents. And then the little polka dots on the booty. And then of course the red is in there, so you can make Rudolph if you want to. And then I did the little light brown on the tail for that one. So possibilities are endless, guys. Get creative with it. Let your kids get creative with it, your grandkids. Let them paint it however they want. If it's
Make
not
sure they
painted perfect, it's
Put
okay.
their name and the year on the back.
Yep, if it's not painted perfect, it's okay, because it's cute to see how their skills were at that point in time, and add their name and the year, because 20 years from now, they're going to be looking back through the boxes of mom's old bins or grandma's old bins, and they're going to find this craft and be like, oh my goodness, I made that when I was 3 years old. Oh my goodness, I made that when I was 6 years old. Look at how I wrote my name. I encourage you, if they can write their own name, let them write their own name, because it's super cute to see their handwriting back when they were little.
Yes.
Okay, it just adds to the character and the memories and the personality of it.
Could spark memories for them
of the time they crafted it, right?
When they crafted it with Grandma.
Yeah. So let me show you again, real quick little peek. This is what you're going to get in your box.
12-person box.
This is the 12-person box. And they're not going to come glued together like this. They're going to come in the little packet, like I showed you at the beginning. You can get the 12-pack like this. The 8-pack will be just like this, only it's going to have 8 of everything, except for you will get 1 bottle of glue. You'll still get all the full bottles of paint. And then the 4-pack, you'll get 4 of everything. You'll still get all the paint, and you'll get 1 bottle of glue, okay? When you click on the link that Tim will add to the comments again for you, it's also in the description of the video. When you click on that link, it's going to tell you all the details. There's a spot at the bottom, frequently asked questions that you can read through and learn more. Each box, it shows exactly what you get in the 4-pack. It shows exactly what you get in the 8-pack and exactly what you get in the 12-pack. What you see in the box is what you get. The only thing you don't see in the box is going to be, we also add this insert in there, and we also add these crafting mats in there. They just don't picture well in that picture. But you're going to get all of that in your box. I don't know how long they're going to be available. I've had several people email me asking how long will these be available until they sell out. Either we will not sell them past like probably the 10th at the very latest if we have any left at that point. At some point we have to shut it down because we have to make the boxes and get them shipped to you guys as quickly as possible so you have them for the holidays. But unless they sell out before then it'll be sold out. But we will post on here on the Facebook page if we sell out, okay? All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. This will be uploaded and added to the page. So when you go to that QR code, scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see all the tutorials from the past Craft Night in the Boxes, including this one, okay? It'll take me a day or so to get this added to the website, but it'll be here on Facebook and on YouTube in the meantime, okay? All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you guys soon. If you have any questions that we didn't answer during this live, feel free to send